Hey, this is Kelli.
And this is Sue. Welcome to
Front Porch AF,
where we welcome friends and neighbors. They gather on our audio front porch. What else do we do?
Well, we have a drink.
Maybe one.
Have a laugh. Mm-hmm. And
figure out how to solve all the problems of...
We like to solve the problems of the world.
Yeah, we like to...
One way or the other.
Okay, we can never get... All right, it's either all the world's problems or all the problems of the world.
And it's the kind of, is it the same thing?
It is the same thing. One has a prepositional phrase after it, and one has a possession. One is a possessive.
Okay, if you were let's say you were editing this book.
Okay.
Which way would you write it?
All the problems of the world. It's more positive. In other words, all the problems of the world. That puts problems up front. Mm-hmm. World's problems is kind of a weak, Oh,
I see.
See what I mean?
Got it. The world's got problems.
World's got problems.
Okay, got it.
All right. But not here we don't.
Not here we don't. But by the way, what are you drinking today?
Okay, I am drinking another Grandma Lenny's cocktail, which is red wine and ginger ale.
But you are drinking it out of something
I am drinking it out of, and there will be photos on the web. This in honor of my sister, Kit, who is, as we speak, at the F1 races in Bologna, Italy.
She has such an interesting life.
I love her. I love her. We're going to have to talk to her if we can ever,
We're going to do when we do our cheeseburger in paradise.
Oh, yeah,
show.
Yeah. This is a Girls in the Hood. Anyway, we took a girls' cruise a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And this was the official drink holder for margaritas.
I love it.
Yeah. So speaking of margaritas, but yours is not.
No, I'm having a Miller Lite. I know everybody's a surprise.
Surprise.
But my little huggy today is very special.
Because
this is the town I pretty much grew up in. After second grade, we moved to Tylertown, Mississippi. And this is a huggy from my school, the Tylertown Chiefs. And they're still the Chiefs. They haven't changed the mascot or anything. No. But it's really cool. We were blue and gold.
We were blue and white. We were the Elkhart Blue Blazers.
Oh.
Okay, our guest is over here. She's not officially introduced yet. Laurie, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Oli Pop.
Oli Pop. What was your mascot in high school? Wait a minute.
I have no idea.
You have no idea what you're drinking, or you have no idea?
I have no idea what the mascot.
Okay.
At Hillwood.
Okay, we'll explore that later in the official interview portion.
Yeah.
Okay. First on neighborhood notes.
Do you want to go first?
Oh, sure.
Because I know you've been following this saga because you've been texting me all week about it.
Okay. There's another pot-bellied pig loose on the bend, and they caught him. And he escaped again. So if you ever down here on the bend and you see a potbelly pig, call 6345789. You can call me up and have a pig any old time.
It's a really cute pig, too.
It is, too.
I mean, if it showed up at my house, I would feed it bonbons.
Every time we tell you to visualize something, we are going to put a picture on the website. And what is that website again, Kelli?
FrontPorchAF.com.
Oh,
I got it. I got it down now.
You are.
But
like
that little pig is that's the most social pig. Like he's just like going around and hanging out, like meeting the neighbors.
And he doesn't even wander in the middle of the road. He stays on the side of the road, which is better than an awful lot of the walkers on the bend.
I know. I saw some people on bikes today and I'm like, y'all are crazy. There's no shoulder.
I know.
And people drive really fast. So you get going. I mean, I'm guilty as well because you get going along and you don't realize it. And you look down, you're doing like 60 and there's no place for people to get off.
I know.
We need sidewalks. Tanya Hancock.
Tanya Hancock, former guest. And I will be talking about Tanya in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I might as well do this because I know you've got a very special neighborhood note. And I'm going to wait for you. Okay. By the way, speaking of Tanya Hancock, who is our council member here, on our Girl Talk episode, I actually didn't give the whole story of the Amqui train station.
We gave what we knew.
Yeah, we gave what we knew.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, we can only be held accountable for what we thought was true at the time. But it turns out that there wasn't just two homes for the Amqui train. And it is an actual physical house.
Yeah.
And there are pictures of it on the website right now. So Tanya listened to the Girl Talk episode and she wrote me and she said, you're wrong. Well, she did. She was a lot
I
more.
think she was a lot nicer.
She was a lot nicer than that. She said there was actually it's actually in its third location. It was originally the train depot near what is now Amqui Elementary School. And then Johnny Cash bought it and moved it to his place on the lake up here. And now it is in downtown Madison where the farmers market is held each Sunday. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Which is a rare thing. Mark it on your calendar. It doesn't happen very often.
Okay, well, maybe that's something we should start gathering some stats on.
Oh, I was also wrong about Bobby V.
Okay, now we're going like, you're like 0 for 2 at the moment.
By the way, the year at the Elks Club where he signed my arm was not 1962, it was 1960. But please, I'm done blathering on.
You're done. I've got a couple of things. Like first, today I'm also wearing my rawhide trucker cap. Rawhide's trucker.
There will be pictures on the web.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Well, it's my second, like after D's, is like
it's your favorite motorcycle.
my favorite biker bar, right?
Favorite
It's over there by Old Hickory Dam, and they close their doors this week.
It breaks my heart too because
breaks my heart.
Their kitchen. First of all, they're wonderful people.
What Lance that owns it, he's amazing. Yeah. He's the sweetest guy. And
all their food was locally sourced. I mean, they had cows, and their burgers were from their cows, and you don't find that in biker dive bars in Madison,
it's
Tennessee.
Definitely a biker dive bar, and
it wasn't in Madison; it's in Rayon City.
Yeah, right over kind of close to Old Hickory Village.
Yeah.
But,
by the way, for those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, we should probably put a map up.
We could put a map up.
Okay, there will be a map.
We can put a map up. Yeah, so that's really sad closing of chapter.
Yeah.
Because like for me, I would work all day, and then Lance, in addition to local sourcing, he smoked it all himself on his smoker. So it was I'd run over there and get dinner or lunch or something on a Saturday or Sunday because and it was so.
Would there be beer involved?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if I'm breathing, I was thinking about that today when I was mowing. I was like, I hope if I get old, like, when you get people when you're older and they're like, we got to take care of this person. We need to take away, they shouldn't be doing this or that. Somebody told me a story about their dad finally sold his tractor and and I thought he's probably in a major depression, right? And I was like, I need to make some kind of legal note that no matter how bad it is, don't take away my Miller Lite.
For any of you pro bono lawyers out there, we are taking applications for Kelli's. Don't take my Miller Lite.
Don't take my Miller Lite. Oh gosh. Anyway, yesterday was a big day for me.
Well, it was a long day.
It was a long day. I left Seattle at 5:40. My flight left Seattle, and we were scheduled to I was watching it, and we were supposed to fly into Nashville right when those storms hit Friday night. And I thought, well, maybe they'll delay us. Maybe they'll just hold us back for about 40, but they didn't. And so we left Seattle a little bit late, but only because a plane coming in was late. And so, we get to Nashville, and they're like, we can't land because there's storms. I'm like, okay. So we circled Nashville for an hour. And on one of our episodes, I'll tell you about the guy that was in the seat next to me because that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
We started circling Nashville. He started telling me these crazy stories. But anyway, and so then after that, they came on the loudspeaker and they said, well, we can't land. The storm's not moving. So we're going to St. Louis. So we turned around and went to St. Louis. Everybody was saying, why can't we go to Memphis? But the pilot didn't take any suggestions from the passengers.
Knoxville? Indianapolis?
Anywhere.
Yeah. But Louisville. Oh no, Louisville was getting, Louisville was getting pounded.
So we landed in St. Louis about 2:00. At this point, like I get up early. And so I'd been up since about 5:30, 6 that morning. And so we landed about 2:00 in the morning in St. Louis. Like everything's closed. We're trying to figure out. There are some rental car places. They're still open, but they're saying, I'm looking at my phone. They're saying they're booked up. So I'm like, I'm going to go to Hilton and get a room then. Because Alaska at this point is closed. I can't figure out if I'm going to fly, when I'm flying back. Get an Uber. I can see the hotel, but it's across the interstate. So I have to get an Uber to get over there. And so I get an Uber to go about 1,500 feet. And then I walk in and I looked on my app because it was Hilton. I'm a Hilton member. I stay at, Hilton's all the time. And they didn't say they were booked up, but I get there and they're like, yeah, we're booked up. And the Hampton next door, which is also booked up. And so then I wait, go sit there and I'm homeless for, that's kind of, I had this feeling of this is like,
no place to go.
No place to go.
So you slept in the chair?
Well, no, I sat there until their shuttle started. They had a shuttle that went to the airport. When their shuttle started running, I got on the free shuttle back to the airport.
Uh-huh.
And then I started calling Alaska and trying to sort it out. And then I was like, I have got to be able to find a rental car, and being that close to Nashville, it's a 5-hour drive. So I was like, I can't stay here because I was going to have to, I figured out the flight that was going to leave that I could get on was not until 12:40 in the afternoon the next day.
You could have driven home. And you did drive home.
I did drive home.
Yeah.
So finally there's this little rental car company and I was like, I'm a little concerned that this is going to work out okay, but I tried it because I was like, I can't sit in the airport for 10 hours. I had it. Like I was just done.
You could have called me. You were
going to drive to St. Louis and pick me up. You probably were awake. Anyway, so I got a rental car and I came home. And I was able to get a rental car. Thank goodness. I got home about 10:30.
You know how I know that you got home? Because you're sitting right across the table from me. I did.
Excellent skills of deduction.
No, I tell you, I went to high school and I did some college.
Very good. That's awesome. Anyway,
okay,
that was just crazy.
I have nothing comparable except I got my nails done in gel for the first time, and there will be pictures. But wait a minute, I have to move this thing along because I'm driving the train here because we've got to go to the mailbag.
Oh, yeah.
The mailbag.
What did you get in the mailbag this
I got the best. All right. My dear friend. Oh, wait a minute. First of all, we passed 1,000 downloads while you were gone. 1,000 downloads. We're working on 2K right now. From Rachel O, one of my oldest friends, and I haven't seen her since really almost pandemic time, but I've known her since I moved here about 20 years ago. She listened to the episodes and she sent me a text. She said, listen to a couple of episodes. I like. They're old ladies and lesbians. My two faves. Well, Rachel, there are two faves too. So.
Thanks, Rachel. That's awesome.
Oh, and Snack Friday report. Yes, it was awesome again. No, that was last week. You were
last
gone.
Week. I was gone, yeah.
Yeah, you were gone. But here's the best part of the discussion at Snack Friday. Ed, the editor. Ed, the editor, said he finally got through our first episode, which we posted in March.
They're like 30 minutes.
And that one was 25 minutes. So by the time he gets to this episode, I will be dead.
Yeah.
But hey, thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Ed.
Thanks.
Keep up the good work.
All right. Okay. And now, I see by the time on our clock, and as you all know, if you've been to our socials or our website, we have the official Front Porch AF clock. And it is time to introduce our subject and our super special guest. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do a little introduction. Right after I moved to Nashville about 20 years ago, I made friends with a wonderful woman, still very good friends with her today, Leslie. And Leslie was driving downtown and she saw a dog with what she assumed was a homeless man on the street. And she got really worried about the dog getting hit. So she parked her car and she approached the man so she'd give him a donation and to ask about the dog. And he admitted he was having a really tough time. And after a while, he asked Leslie if she would take the dog. And that was Pogo. And Leslie did. And she took him home and he was with her for 15 years. Yeah. Absolutely wonderful dog. And it actually got Leslie involved in changing the Metro Animal Care and Control shelter from a 70% kill shelter at that time to now it is more like a 16% kill shelter. And the mayor has announced plans to make it a no-kill shelter. But that was, and then, so anytime I see someone on the street with a pet, I think about that. And a while back, a few years back, I ran across an organization called SAFPAW, which is the Southern Alliance for People and Animal Welfare, which is a nonprofit that helps the homeless community face the challenges of living in poverty with their pets. The founder of SAFPAW and a woman I am very lucky to call my friend, Laurie Green, is with us today. Welcome to our front porch, Laurie.
Thank you.
Welcome, Laurie. It's great to have you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Oh man, we are absolutely delighted, over the moon. So please,
And I love this front porch.
Oh, thank you. It accommodates everyone.
Everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah.
What's the origin story of SAFPAW?
I was reading a newspaper article in the year 2000 about a homeless camp, and one of their dogs had brought back a human hand to the camp.
Oh,
goodness.
And I read the article, and I had not been in the year 2000 to a homeless camp, but I called my friend Jerry and I said, I'm going to pick you up. We're going to go to a homeless camp. And he was like, okay. So I went to Walmart, got a bunch of juice and donuts, and we're Southern. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We bring food.
Bring food.
And loaded with juice and donuts and chips, we headed down there, the path. Found some people down there, introduced ourselves. We spent about 3 hours down there. Our focus, our concentration was always on getting them fixed and vaccinated. And we had a really good visit. We were actually the first group to go down to Tent City. That is the same camp that is being closed in June, which is going to be very hard for me because it's where I started. It's where SAFPAW started. We spent, like I said, about 3 hours that day. And going forward, I went down there just about every day. And as time went on, somebody would say, hey, Mr. Ed wanted to see you. And he said, got a visit with my doctor. Do you think you could take me? Sure, I'll pick you up. We got a new guy that just moved in. He needs a tent. I'm like, a tent. Okay, you're looking at someone that, it's like I explained to them once. I said, I am someone for whom roughing it is a hotel room without a wine list. So I don't camp. So one of the guys said, well, I'll come with you, Miss Laurie. I've always been called Miss Laurie from day one. So he went to Walmart with me and showed me the tents and explained to me the differences in tents. Never knew all this, and sleeping bags. And so we got the guy everything he needed, came back, and, he was set up. And then so-and-so would need a ride to his probation officer, and, So I started doing what I didn't know at the time was homeless outreach. Mm-hmm. It was just what we started. In 2005, we expanded the group to include humans as well as animals. And we do serve people who are housed too, but the cutoff is at or below the poverty level. Mm-hmm. I always feel like if you have money and a vehicle and a place to live, you can do your own thing. My focus is on people that lack cars, lack financial ability. That's where I want to serve.
Yeah. It's so interesting how in Nashville, if without a car, you are at a supreme disadvantage because the public transportation here sucks big time.
It really is. And a lot of people don't realize that. They act like, well, they can just get on the bus, and they should be able to. But, the buses don't run past 11, or they don't run to a certain part of town.
Or it's 1.5 miles to a bus stop.
Yeah. Or you have to go from where you get on the bus downtown and switch. And it's just a nightmare. And, there are cities that I have always wondered why I can't issue we outreach groups issue homeless letters that affirm that someone is without a unhoused. I don't understand why that letter won't get you free bus rides for 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't know why if you're under a certain poverty level, you can't ride the bus for free.
Yeah. I'm a senior citizen, and I ride the bus for half price.
Even half price is too much for
somebody that's unhoused.
I don't understand why it would give people that aren't housed it would give them so much more control over their own future that could get places. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've never understood why we don't just, and require that they get a letter affirming that they are unhoused from a nonprofit and let them ride, say, 6 months and then get another letter.
But hopefully by that time they will have made some progress. And
it's slow.
It is. Tell me about. I'm really curious. Well, our co-host here is a veterinarian, so we are very interested in the pets. Well, tell me something about the pets and the bonds that you have run across, and the challenges that folks who have pets face in a homeless situation. Because the pets aren't homeless; they're with their person, But
a pet
the person,
belonging to someone that is not housed, or even someone housed living in poverty, it's never going to be ideal.
Yeah,
they have no transportation, they have no money, they can't even feed their animal without help from other people. It's never going to be ideal. And to be honest with you, I don't encourage it. If somebody is or becomes homeless, I encourage them not to get a pet until they're housed. It's just not the best life for an animal. In 25 years, the average length of time that the people keep their animals is maybe 6 months.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I can imagine it. It's very hard.
Yeah.
They have no enclosures.
And it's, you're dealing with struggles, with addiction struggles, with mental health struggles. I don't say anything out of judgment. It's not a matter of judging. It's just what I tell people. Obviously, if you become homeless and you have a dog or cat, I don't want you to give them up. And we do everything we can to keep you together. Yeah. But if you don't have an animal, don't get one till you're housed. Mm-hmm. It's, the heat, the cold. It's just not the best way. And it also keeps people back from getting housed. It's like I tell them, you don't know that apartment you're trying to get or your caseworker's trying to get for you. What are they going to allow? Yeah. An ESA might persuade the landlord to drop the pet deposit, but it's not.
What is an ESA?
Emotional support animal.
Oh, great.
It's not. That's kind of a made up thing.
And yes, and there are really strange. But my foster son had an emotional support animal, and the rules changed about having him on a bus in the middle of his trying to get to work with his animal. So, he ran into an awful lot of barriers to.
Well,
to
an
that.
ESA is it's actually a made up designation for people to try and get landlords to do away with the pet deposit. Mm-hmm. There are no service dogs on the streets. In 25 years, I've never seen a true service dog, but that is a very strict definition and a very strict classification. An ESA is just kind of a made up term. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. If it helps someone move into an apartment with their dog or cat, that's fine. I'm happy for that. But you got to understand, on the bus, these dogs are not trained. Mm-hmm. They have, they're not always well socialized. So I do understand, playing devil's advocate, I do understand the bus driver and the other riders. Yeah. There's been a lot of people bit by ESA. So I see both sides. And the thing is, to see both sides doesn't mean I love the people I serve and their animals less. It just means I have my eyes wide open. It's like I tell people a lot that I serve. I may not always tell you what you want to hear, but I'm going to tell you the reality of what you're facing, because if you don't face it, it's going to be harder to get over that obstacle. Yeah.
So the animals get you into it, right?
Absolutely. And then we stayed, because when I go into a camp, I'm there to help the animals and the people have a better life. It's not always ideal, and I've already stated that. But that's beside the point. You don't go in with the judgment of it's not ideal. You know that it's not ideal. So you go in with the view of, I'm going to try and help make it better for all of y'all, because you're here and you exist and this animal is with you, so let's make it as good as we can make it. And that includes vet care, getting them fixed. I'm a huge proponent that actually none of us need an animal that's not fixed. Yeah. But especially on the streets. Yeah. We do not need dogs and cats that are out there having litters. But again, that's for everybody, but it's more pronounced on the street, because how do you care for a litter on the streets? You can't.
You can't.
And again, things I say, it's not judgment. It's just acknowledgement of the difficulties that you're going to face. And if I sit down and have a kind but realistic conversation with you about the difficulties. I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm just saying that these are the things we need to face, and we need to see a plan to get past them.
Yeah, I mean, you're just laying out the reality of what's going to happen.
Right. I mean, I'm real big on reality. And again, it's not because I don't love you, that person I'm talking to at the tent. It's not because I don't love you. It's because I want you and your dog or your cat to have a better life. But we've got to get through some obstacles to get there.
Yeah. Oh, so what are some memorable encounters or outcomes? Do you have one or two that stick out?
I have a whole lot. I think.
Hang on.
Okay.
So this is how many years now?
25
years. Okay, go ahead. You
But
probably
I've
do
been
have at
in-
least
I've-
one memory.
I've been in animal welfare for over 30.
Oh, really?
But in this field. But the most memorable, I have two actually, the most memorable, and they don't even actually involve animals. Because for me, the animals and the people all run together because I serve them both. But our meals program started March of 2020. That was when we.
Oh, that's the pandemic as everything closed down.
Well, as we realized that COVID was not the flu and it was going to turn everything upside down. And people were calling me saying, Miss Laurie, I haven't eaten in days because they couldn't fly sign. Nobody wanted to roll their window down. Yep. Every place was closing down. People were losing their job at McDonald's or Burger King. So I immediately went to Walmart and I got enough to fix what I call sandwich meals for 35 people because it was a local apartment complex that that one of the ones I work with. And of course, my wife came home and she was like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm making lunch meals. I said, grab the knife. You're going to help me make sandwiches. She's, okay. That was that week. It grew to 50 the next, and then 100. And then I realized I need help. And it's been ever since. Yeah. Because the number of people that are homeless in this town is more than what anyone wants to know.
Oh, yeah.
We also carry dog and cat food. Always, again, the dogs and cats and people run together because they're a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I'm sorry.
No. I when you say this, and I think I was remiss in not telling people, you're a 501c3.
Yes.
And you are at SAFPAW.org, SAFPAW.org. Am I?
Yes. And the website is definitely under construction, so please don't hold me to it. I'm working on getting it up to date.
Okay.
But the meals program has been running since then. And one of my most memorable times that actually after we finished at Lexington Gardens, I left there and just sobbed all the way home. But we pulled up, it was right before Halloween, and this little boy came out with his Superman cape, and he came running towards me. That's the only time I'm not called the dog lady. Then I'm called the food lady. Mm-hmm. And he came running to me. He said, food lady. And I said, yeah, little man. I said, how are you? And he said, I am so hungry, food lady. I'm just so hungry. And I said, well, little man, that's what we're here for. And he just hugged me and he said, well, Mama told us not to eat today because we had to save the food we had. And she told us to wait for y'all. Wow. And I said, well, little man, we have some extra lunch meals for you. Mm. And he said, can I have two? And I said, yes, you can. And he grabbed me, he went running back to his little apartment, there's a little efficiency apartment, and that's a kind way to describe Lexington Gardens. But it just ripped my heart out that the mother had to tell her sons, wait for the food ladies to get here.
Yeah.
But you know what? We should probably cut that program to allow for a more tax breaks for billionaires. I mean, why spend all that money on food for children?
Like I said, the number of people that are hungry, that's why I put together a lunch meal. And actually a nutritionist told me your lunch meal is pretty darn good. It has a sandwich, bag of chips, a soft grain fruit bar, cup of fruit, a juice pouch, a napkin and a spoon. Wow. We always include a napkin and a spoon because we like to have a little bit of niceties, but that's the lunch meal.
That's great.
So Laurie, if somebody goes to your website, they can donate directly to that program. I mean,
well,
what are all the programs you have?
We have the sanctuary. We have a cat sanctuary, but also people live there. Right now, we just have one guy living there. He lives there for free and helps us take care of the animals. Mm-hmm. So it's mutual assistance. Mm-hmm. He helps us. We help him. He gets off the streets. and helps us keep the sanctuary going. We have volunteers that come and clean too, so it's not all on one person.
What animals do you have in your sanctuary?
It's a cat sanctuary.
Just
we have
cats.
we have about 20.
Okay.
And we have 2 big dogs. And it is, I've had so many people come in and say, you let these big dogs walk around with these cats? And I'm like, actually, the 2 big dogs are kind of scared of the cats.
Yeah, welcome to my house.
Yeah. Shiloh, it takes Parker to hiss at Shiloh, and Shiloh goes back in her room and gets on her bed. And if you go in there in the morning and wake them up, they have their own room. Shiloh and Rowdy are on their beds, and there's about 5 cats sleeping with them.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's actually a really nice stopping place. I'm sorry we have to bring this to a close. We got to have you back again. Yeah.
because I can talk for 4 programs.
And we can listen to you for 4 programs.
Oh, yeah. And we can.
I think before we wrap it up,
Sure.
though, let's just take a minute because one of the things we really want to, not that we really, but another thing we would like to hear about is what do you face now as a big, like in the immediate, as a hurdle at the moment that perhaps people that are listening could maybe
Financial
plug into and help?
assistance.
Okay.
That this year I'm telling people, if you think it's going to be hard for individuals, and it is, God knows it is, but for nonprofits, we are hurting.
Yeah.
People are afraid and they're not donating. Our expenses go on. And the thing is, no matter what's going on in the world, one thing that keeps my sanity is I keep my focus on what I do, on my mission. Because no matter what else is swirling around in the world, the people I serve that are not housed still have their issues. The animals we serve. We picked up a mother cat that had 4 little babies born a week ago that the homeowner said either get rid of this cat or. So our shelter volunteer went and got the mama cat and the babies. These things don't stop.
Yeah.
They don't stop. So that is a huge need. We also need people that would like to volunteer and help clean the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
But those are our needs because, again, we have 5 programs. They go on no matter what's going on at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Our needs remain.
But you are on Facebook too.
I'm very active.
Very
on
active.
Facebook.
very active on Facebook.
I am.
So Facebook, SAFPAW.org.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm going to repeat that SAFPAW. There's
Right.
not an E in it.
No, it's Southern Alliance for People and Animal Welfare.
And guess where it's going to be? It's going to be on our website.
Which is?
frontporchaf.com. Thank you, Laurie Green.
Thank you, Laurie. Thank you for all you do.
Yes.
Thank
amazing.
y'all.
Oh, and well, back here, we're going to have to wrap this up because I have blathered
we just got
on.
here, though.
Yeah.
Feels like it.
By the way, upcoming shows.
Upcoming shows. We're going to talk to farmers.
You've got a big farmer coming. Yep. I mean, not only is his farm big, he's also a big guy, right?
No, he's. I mean,
no.
I'm not really sure if we. He's a big person. He's great.
He's big pharma. I mean, farm.
No, that's.
But
anyway.
the next we're gonna drop a special edition.
We're gonna do a Pride special.
Yes, Girl Talk, and I am gonna be on your Pride Parade float.
Well, it's not exactly a float. You're going to be in the Front Porch AF limo.
Okay.
Wow.
In the limo.
It's a camouflage ATV.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
well.
And by the way, this show, for those of you listening, you already know that this show will air May 28th, but on May 29th, guess where we'll be? The Bulwark. Bulwark is coming to Nashville. Please check our website for links if you want to buy a ticket because, they are an inspiration. They're one of the reasons that made us start Front Porch AF. Let's see. Go ahead. Tell them about anything else.
Well, just stay in touch with us. I mean, look. Oh my Lord!
Oh, she's been up for 37 hours.
I'm working on my brain is just now coming back to life.
Okay, look at this.
No.
Okay.
Find us on the socials.
Okay, which are
Facebook, Instagram,
but never ever Twitter.
And
okay. Please tell your. It has nothing to do with anything. Please tell your friends. Sign up for advance notice of our shows on the website. So until next time.
Until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
I was waiting for that.
Cheers,
Cheers.
y'all.